buys a key. He buys 100 keys automatically. Every time he buys a key, there's a general message that's blasted out into every single one of those chats. And basically what it says is, yo, what's good? It's IGS. Like, I'm super dope. Check out my channel. By the way, I purchased this using FTD. FTD is available at, FC500.xyz. Boom, blast, sent. So imagine every single fucking day that we have holders doing transactions, doing these SocialFi transactions, we're also fucking marketing ourselves at the same time. It's basically already doing that right now, except we're not doing the messaging. But if you automated that process, you now are getting thousands of fucking messages sent out, marketing messages sent out every day. Holy shit, Mark. That is it. I'm gonna have to write this down. Give me a second. This is and anyone feel free to chime in. I'm like, we're thinking together, we're building this shit together, so holy shit. That is such a good idea. FTD mass message blaster during transactions. Dude. Yeah, I had to write that one down.
Oh, we're live on YouTube, by the way.
What's up?
We're live on YouTube.
Oh, you're live? Yeah, we're live on YouTube. Yo, drop the link in the chat. Yo, what?
It's in the chat.
This is so sick. This is so sick. I just love how, like, we're thinking about things a lot differently. Like, going multimedia right away. Because when you're multimedia, like, and I noticed this with Threads, when Threads dropped. Wait, Mark, are you talking?
No, I'm sorry, I didn't turn it off, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I saw the green bubble around his head, but I didn't hear anything. But a lot of projects usually take a while to go multimedia, or they never go multimedia. But I noticed when Threads dropped, I blew up really quickly on Threads. In the first 24 hours, I got to 3,500 followers. But that's just because I took everything I learned from Twitter and I was just like dominating the game there, especially on like Instagram people. So, but what I noticed is like when I was super active on Threads, it actually brought, it gained me like a couple thousand followers on Twitter. And I hit a whole different audience of people that I didn't. So that's why I think multimedia is so important, hitting TikTok, hitting YouTube, hitting Instagram. Like if you're hitting all of these different formats, you don't want to talk to you don't want to reach the same fucking people. You want someone that is never going to be on Twitter, never going to be on Telegram, never going to be on Etherscan, never going to be on Friend.Tech, to run into what you're talking about and then get introduced to it. You're the red pill. You're the actual entryway into this world that we're in. And I think, not a lot of projects are taking advantage of that. And, it is aggressive to start with this strategy early, but, doing it as cost effective and as lean as possible is going to be the fucking key. So I already hit up my Filipino. I use a virtual assistant. Here's some alpha, onlinejobs.ph. So I hire, right now I just have one virtual assistant that works with me every day. She helps me with collabs, partnerships, sending out GMs on Twitter in the mornings, and honestly organizing some of my DMs. And, I pay her weekly. I pay her about $2 an hour. So as a net expense for me personally, it's like maybe $40 a week at most. And that's like a busy week. So what I'm looking to do now is for the multimedia channels, hiring one or two more virtual assistants like that are specifically specialized on short form video content. And then what we're going to have to operate and work on together, and it's going to be a cultural thing. We're going to have to culturally lead this from the top. Is like what IGS produced. That video with 4 followers on TikTok has like 700 views. So, we really need to shift into like a short form, user generated content, mass media production, where we're having testimonial videos, strategy videos, tips, tricks, and resource videos getting blasted out on these multimedia channels every single fucking day. Ideally, at least once a day, at least to start out. But we want to get to a point where we're able to blast those out a lot. With like, it's all about volume. So for like Pudgy Penguins, here's the alpha on Pudgy Penguins. They have over 2.5 billion views on their Giphies. They have a full team of artists. They have 3 or 4 artists on staff, on payroll. And what those artists do is every single day, they produce anywhere between 3 and 5 Giphies. In a week, I think combined between all of the artists, they're producing like 100 Giphies a week. And then they put them out there and Giphies are available on iMessage, I believe Messenger, Telegram, and Twitter actually have Giphies. So that is another angle, but I do like the short form video instead, because Giphies don't really give you context, especially for something like this, right? They're going for the IP, more of the art play, so that you see that same name, branding, and recognition 2.5 billion times, to a point it becomes familiar to the actual end consumer itself. But if we're just blasting out fucking short form video content of testimonials, wins, strategies, how much money people are making, that is going to be more effective than any of these paid shills, any of these pump and dump influencers, any of that bullshit. It's not going to be as fast of a climb. It's not, just fully transparent. It will not be. But I believe, and I think we're a lot of the community, we're all in alignment here. Like, it's not about the rocket ship. It's more about the slow, steady, patient, but sustainable climb, because that's how you build some shit that lasts, right? So, yeah, man. I'm open though. I'm open to some different ideas and what we're gonna get out there. So, yeah, I'll shut up. if anybody has something to add.
Listen, I got something that might help too. I know you're doing Instagram and then what about Facebook? What about Facebook where, I'm sure a lot of us have at least a Facebook account, right? If we can make just a Facebook page and get it out there.
I think you're the only person from Facebook in the crypto.
Yo, fucking Facebook. Yo, here's the thing. Here's the alpha on Facebook. So Facebook actually still has like 2.4 billion monthly active users. Like, shit on Facebook all you want. Like millennials and Gen Z, like, we all shit on Facebook, but like Facebook still has 2-point-something billion monthly active users. And Facebook ads, yo, Marky Mark, Mr. Zuckerberg, bro, he understands ads better than anyone. That's why they produce so much revenue. I don't know their exact revenue numbers off the top of my head, but it's better than most of these platforms. That's why a lot of people were bullish on Threads, because of the amount of data that they can collect. You know, I'm not here to agree or disagree on the ethics of Facebook's business model, but they're really effective at getting people to spend money. That's why, like, the Instagram era, right? Like, if you have 100K followers on an Instagram account, that's way easier to monetize and monetize at scale than a 100,000 Twitter account. And I know this because I have friends that have 100,000 Twitter accounts that are fucking broke. That are broke. And it's like, dude, what? How do you have more followers than dollars? This doesn't make sense. How? How do you get here? And it's because it's not as easy to monetize on Twitter as it is Instagram, right? Like, Instagram, you could sell so many fucking products, and the data is it's way better for advertisers. Mark, you've been I'm writing that down. So just to update anyone who's just joining us, Mark has actually gave 2 amazing different ideas. One of them is mass message blaster during transactions. So we're gonna workshop. We're gonna come up with some creative fucking ideas. I'm gonna deliver it to the development team, and we all will deliver it to the development team and see what they can cook up. I have a lot of faith in these guys, and I feel like they could figure out a lot of these different problems and challenges. This one is a mass message blaster. So basically, as your Friend.Tech transactions are happening, Bread Guy said today on Spaces multiple times that it's not just based off of financial activity, it's actual social activity itself, right? So you actually have to converse a little bit on the platform in order, like if the play for most people right now is points farming, you like, yes, the bot is going to help you fucking point farm a lot, right? Because you're going to be able to buy 100 keys faster than anybody else, cheaper than anybody else, whatever. But, and then dump them, obviously. But you're still not going to get the same amount of points as you would if you were to actually go into each chat and send a couple different messages. So Mark's idea was having a fucking message blaster that every time you buy a key, it would shoot that chat a message, perhaps introducing yourself, and then also advertising FTD in the process. So if we have thousands of fucking transactions being produced every day, every time a key is bought, it would be like, hi, I'm DZen Demon, check out my channel, I talk about XYZ. By the way, I bought your key using FTD, definitely check us out, here's our website, or here's our dex tools, or here's our whatever. And now we're getting like instant fucking marketing immediately, and it's beneficial to the end user, ourselves, who are utilizing the bot, in order to better farm points. Holy fuck, that's genius. And then the second idea that Mark just had, and I wrote the first one down, I gotta write this one down, but he was saying that we should also create a Facebook, and also utilize a Facebook as well. I think it's a really interesting play. As I just was saying, nobody really uses Facebook for coins, but that's the whole point, right? Like, if you want to do better, if you want to do different, like, you have to do different. You have to take unconventional strategies. And with every single platform that we're on, we're hitting a different person. And I use the example of being active on Threads for like the first week or two. Like, I blew up my following within the first couple days to like 3,500, and then I ended up gaining at least 1,000 followers, I think a little bit more, on my actual Twitter account, because I was doing cross marketing. Like, I'd post a Twitter thread, and I'd be like, oh yeah, check out this thread, or check out my spaces on Twitter, and like, I'll move people over. So yeah, I think Facebook, and maybe even Threads as well, would be a very interesting concept to explore. But the biggest thing here is going to be the scalability factor. So I already messaged my VA, and I'm like, hey, I need one or two more of you. If you have anybody, let me know, that we can hire for about $2 to $3 an hour. And we're going to put them in charge of TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. And then at the end of the day, that doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean anything, because as a community, we have to deliver user-generated content, or UGC. And then we're going to take that UGC, send it out to these VAs, have them edit and package it, and then blast it out on these omni-channel marketing, channels, different marketing kind of, angles. So, fucking genius so far. What's going on? Welcome everyone to join. Yosi, DGen Demon, what's good everybody? What's up? Happy Saturday.
Hey guys, yeah, I can't talk too much. I'm at a party, but I'm stoked about what's going on here.
Party. Bro, thanks for making the time to jump on, bro.
I snuck out, but here we are. I'm stoked.
Let's go. What do you think? I mean, really quick. I know you can't talk really quick, a lot, but based off of the couple different suggestions we've had so far, any feedback, ideas, suggestions? What do you think?
Yeah, I jumped on late, so I didn't hear everything, but I'm super bullish on everything that's going on, and I can't wait to try the bot. I wanted to try the bot earlier on today, but with my kids' soccer and everything else, I couldn't do it. But I'm pretty stoked right now.
No, I feel you. Yeah, I barely spent any time on it too. I've just been whoring myself out, public speaking, and talking to Steven on the back end. So it's just been like phone call, spaces, phone call, call, another call, phone call, group call, spaces. But that's, it's okay. I fucking love this shit. I live for this.
Yeah, no, it's great. And shout out to Sothar. I see her right down there. She sent me the info on you guys, and I am super bullish, and hopefully buy another bag.
Yeah. Hopefully we get a dip here. I mean, that's what the thing is, like, I think with the tokenomics game theory that we've seen so far, it's been like really interesting to watch it play out, because it seems very resistant. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it seems very, very resistant. Like, Once we break certain plateaus, it kind of stays there for a little bit, like, and then it goes down. Obviously hitting 585 is not going to stay there forever. It's going to go down, and like earlier today, I'm like, fuck, we're at 585 now, at 320. Fuck, man, fuck. But then, mindset-wise, just like a trader, right? You have to remove all emotions and come to the reality of like, this is crypto. This shit happens. There's euphoria, and then there's FUD, and there's doom and gloom. Like, it's all a part of that emotional spectrum. You can go up 30, 40, 50% in a day, and then you can go down 30, 40, 50% in a day. But overall, over the last 72 hours, we're still up fucking, 25x or something like that? A ridiculous number, so.
All I can say is, before I go back to the party, is like, dude, just continue to be transparent and active, and you guys are going to kill it, because it is, you can't even fathom how good that is, because everything else is a shit show. And right now, you guys are just killing it, and we're bringing people in that see that. So you guys are doing a great job, and keep working hard.
Oh yeah, appreciate it, brother. Needed to hear that. That was thank you. I appreciate that. We definitely will continue to push. I mean, I speak for the developers as well, the whole dev team. Like, they're working hard as shit too. I know Steven today, like, kind of signed off for like 6 hours, and it was so weird because we're usually on the phone like 12 hours a day, and I went like 3 hours without talking to him. I'm like, bro, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm spending time with my kids. I'm like, okay, good. All right.
Priorities here. That's
priorities. Yeah. I was like, okay, good. Like, awesome. He's like, yeah, man, just celebrating. Like, I had a good day. We've had great days. Like, I'm gonna spend a couple hours with my kids and stay away from the phone. I'm like, fuck yes, let's do it. So.
Well, dude, I'm fully supportive. I'm probably part of the whale group at this point, and I'm definitely going to be backing you guys and pushing as hard as I can. This is good stuff. Like I said, I want to try to sit down and mess with the bot and really push it. But you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, fam. Have a good one.
Hey, Mark, are you in any crypto groups on Facebook?
Me, I'm in nothing, bro. This is my first foray into any of this. I just came on Twitter 3 weeks ago, bro. It's all new to me.
So you came across the project on Twitter?
Well, I came across that a dude was working on, and I just started just following these guys and believing in their vision, man, and just doing the best I can to try to help. Hey, Faded, y'all listen, I got one other idea. Why don't we have, how we've got the invite everyone thing? Make sure that everybody signs up on that, and when we call them, we can call people that are available to do raids at certain points. You know what I'm saying? We can announce to everybody, because everybody ain't linked on it where you do the everyone call. And and trying to put a message out there that where we bomb it, all at one time.
Yeah, it's only like 7 people on there.
Right. The whole group. If we can get 400 people, right, and sometimes there's 40 of us online or 50 of us online. When a raid happens and they're available, right, we can give them like a 5-minute notice, and we can bomb.
That's a genius idea. There's also these platforms that are out now. One of them is more Discord based. I know. I was talking to Aces earlier, and he was saying like he's interested in building a Discord, just because like we've grown. We have over 400 people in the Telegram, so he's like, maybe we could have a token gated Discord, and what we'll do is like we could have a lot more like organized announcements, separate channels. I'm kind of off Discord. Like, I still use Discord for like Web3 clients and stuff like that, but like it is annoying. But I do see his point, because like it is a little bit more like you can organize announcements and news, and you could have Tweet Shift set up. And basically what Tweet Shift does is like it's a Discord bot, and we could technically do that on Telegram as well. But basically, what you do is you say, every time the main account tweets, blast it out into this channel and tag every single person on the server. So, those are some different examples. I've seen it work in the past, but it also kind of falls short as well too, because people get drained out from Discord. Now, there's this other service provider called Zeely.io, which our collab manager should be setting up if he hasn't already. And basically what Zeely.io does is like, you can reward people for engaging with your content. So we would load up onto the platform, let's say $100, $200, $300, a comfortable amount, where we still have a decent operational wallet at the end of the day. And what we would do is we basically say, hey, we're going to give out $200 to the top engager this week on Twitter. So, if you're liking, if you're retweeting, if you're commenting, you get points for every time you do that. Every reply is 1 point, every retweet is 2 points, or, whatever, every like is 1 point, every retweet, repost is 2 points, every comment is 3 points. You basically set up your own point system there. And then what you do is you gamify it. So now you say, hey, if, for everyone that's participating on our Twitter raids, you're actually being entered in to win a prize pool every single week from Zeely.io. So it's verified, it's on chain. Well, it's not on chain. It's a third party, right? It's not us, like, arbitrary, like, oh, you won, you didn't win. Like, it's literally, verified from a third party. So that is a service, like, that we can look into, and I believe it's free to set up. But we can constantly have a prize pool in there. Let's say tomorrow, like, we set it up every Sunday, that we go Sunday to Saturday schedule. So we can set it up tomorrow and say, all right, for this next week, we have $200 in the prize pool. So, you need to engage with every single tweet that comes out, because then you're going to get different points. And the more points you get, the better you're going to score on the Zeely leaderboard. And if you're scoring well on the leaderboard, you could win $200 this week. So it's like a relatively cheap way, in comparison to, let's say, running Facebook ads or paying a pump and dump fucking influencer or KOL. Like, you're actually rewarding your community, and you're going to get way more organic reach and engagement by doing that. So I'm going to write that one down as well, Mark. So far, I have Mass Message Blaster during transactions on Friend.Tech. We have Facebook enablement, maybe Threads, ? And then third thing is Zeely.io weekly prize pool. So right now we have like 1.1 or something like that in the operational wallet. So we can say, all right, this week we're going to take 0.1 or 0.2, and we're going to put that in the Zeely prize pool in order to incentivize engagement, so that we can grow the account and then reward holders and people engaging with the account, along the way. Fucking genius so far. You guys are giving me, a lot of really awesome things to work with here. And I'll post. I think we do a recap at the end of this call. Organize all these thoughts. I'll just put in like a nice message, and we just blast it out there, and that'll be a recap. But fucking genius.
Hey, Faded. Hey, don't forget to have the thing where we do a everyone call. You know what I'm saying? And people are available.
Oh, everyone.
And everyone call, because there's only like so many of us on it, right? We get everybody tagged up as part of the community, and just ask them, say, hey, when you're available and the call comes out, this is what we're doing, and make memes or whatever available to, whatever we got to do to spread the message, right? And for the freer, the better. You understand what I'm saying?
No, that makes sense. So mass tagging on Telegram, and I think the other thing is scheduled calls. I've seen it in a couple other Telegram channels. It's just going to be tough to like figure out what the actual schedule is right now. So for me, I'm doing, I just launched the Twitter Spaces series with Mark Rippey on Monday through Thursdays at 12 p.m. Eastern. Now that, like, just transparent, and it works. I've gotten some questions on this too, like, hey man, like, when you join these spaces, why aren't you just like directly shilling right away? It's like, dude, because it doesn't fucking work. If you look desperate, you look desperate. It's like dating, right? Like, if you're like super thirsty and desperate, like nobody's gonna fuck with you. But if you're just like cool, you're hanging out on this space, and then you casually mention it, like on Kaleo spaces earlier, even on FTD, like I didn't come in there like, oh, I'm gonna fucking chill. Like, give me 1 second. You know, I didn't go in there like, hey, I'm just gonna, go chill like a motherfucker. I went in there like, hey, I want to be a part of this conversation, and then add relevant things that tie in the project. That sort of marketing is way more effective, way more useful. And oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say you're such a marketer.
Oh, yeah.
That's one thing I noticed. You never
Here's the
just
thing.
blatantly
Here's
talking
my
about the
thesis on
project.
that. I think education is the best form of marketing.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed. You're never just like blatantly talking about the project in those spaces.
No, because it's not going to work, and it looks like I said, the good like comparison is like if you look dead like in a dating example, like if you're like, yo, like come hang out with me, blah blah blah, and you look fucking thirsty as shit, like nobody's gonna want to hang out with you. You look super thirsty. But if you're like casually talking about it, you're casually hanging out in the room, and you're like, oh yeah, by the way, like low key, like this or that, right? And you act cool about it. Then it's like it's a way higher conversion. It's way more organic, and like you're selling people without them even feel like they're being sold. Nobody likes being salted. Like if you ever like went to a car dealership or like anything like that, and like someone's like really aggressively trying to sell you. I don't know about you guys. Personally, that turns me off. Like if it's like super aggressive and they're acting desperate, like I don't want to do business with you anymore. It seems like you need me more than I need you. And you kind of have to flip that script. And once you flip that script, then it's like, it's different. Beyond that, there's 3 principles of persuasion. So I actually studied psychology for 4 years, which is like way more useful in my life than I think a lot of things. But there's 3 principles of persuasion. There's pathos, ethos, and logos, right? The pathos is the emotional storytelling. Ethos is ethical, moral, like why should I trust you type of thing. And then logos is logical. Why does this make sense? So if you're going to hit all 3 of those different methods of persuasion, you have to have a story, right? You share a story. You make sure that story resonates. Then you tie that story to something of ethical or moral authority so that people can now trust it. And then you have a logical argument to then seal the deal. The logical argument is this bot works because look at our fucking numbers, right? The ethos, the kind of ethical, moral, and then like authoritative standpoint is, you should trust us because look at the people we're working with. Look at the people we're associated with. Look at the people that have aligned with us. Look at the team and some of their accomplishments they've already done and where they've done, like where they've been in the space and where, the history that they have, right? And then the pathos is the emotional storytelling. How can I tell and share you a story that you're going to resonate with? That you're going to be like, oh, like I felt that before. And once you tap into that emotional side, you're like, you really, really get into the human psychology of another person. And then that's how you could sell anything because you're really hitting all 3 of those methods of persuasion. And I like to say education. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, my bad. It was excellent.
You're good. So, and then education is the best form of marketing because if I'm educating you about something, you now trust me, and trust is the number one thing, right? If you don't trust somebody, you can't do business with them. It's going to be really, really difficult to do business with them. But if I'm teaching you something, and I gain nothing out of it. It's a one-sided relationship. Me taking time to teach you something, I don't fucking get anything out of that at all, right? Like I can use my knowledge towards doing something else. But if if somebody is kind of giving you knowledge or giving you information completely for free that you can actually apply and utilize, you gain trust in doing that, especially if it's good information. If it's bad information, it's like you're just wasting their time. But if you're giving people good information and you're educating them, you form a trust where they're like, okay, now I can trust this person in whatever they want to do or move forward with or, maybe getting involved with whatever they're involved in. So, yeah, that's why direct shills outside of the replies, because that is more so attention economics. And the more you spam replies on Twitter, it actually helps bump it. It helps bump it up in the algorithm. So the whole thing there is we're going for impression numbers with that, but that's not good enough either, right? Like, okay, I've seen you guys annoy the fuck out of me in my replies. What do you want? You're not going to close that until you have that, until you hit those 3 methods of persuasion.
What's your?
I hope you're recording.
Yeah, it's been recorded. What's your background? Are you a marketer?
Interesting. So, professional background is I've worked in sales. So I graduated psychology, major, minor in business administration. Then I worked in sales for about 5 years, and then I went back to school and got a master's in data analytics. And then from there, I worked on the operational side of things at both ADP and TikTok. So I basically took a lot of the skills that I had in sales and did more so like managing of sales teams, right? So I'm not doing the direct selling, but more so looking at reducing sales frictions for these teams so that they can do a better job at selling. So looking at data, right, making sure that like the data lines up and that they have the right data to close as many of these deals as possible. And then from the operational side of things, building internal products that actually optimize the sales process itself. You have no idea how many companies, like, they might have a decent product, but there's so much sales friction before that product actually closes. And when I say sales friction, it basically means like the difficulty in you taking my money. Like, that's all it comes down to, right? Like, if it takes 5 conversations, 3 intro calls, a demo call, a closing call, and then a follow-up in order for you to just give me money for a product or service, there's way too much sales friction there. You're gonna lose people. Every step that you have in a sales process, you lose someone. So that's why TikTok, specifically at TikTok, with some of the things we worked on, like, you notice they got really good at e-com. IG was the e-com fucking platform. Like, if you're doing e-com, you really have to understand IG. TikTok is slowly taking that market share away. How? Because they lowered the sales friction of doing business there. If you ever notice, like, a TikTok ad, you don't even realize it's a fucking ad. It's, someone with like 3,000 followers, showing off a new camera, and they're like, oh my God, look, this camera follows me around, and now I can be an influencer. This is so really cool. And then there's 2 buttons, the bottom, there's like, check out this product. You click check out this product, 1 button later, it's in your checkout cart. That's it. It doesn't take you out to a different platform, a different website. You gotta sign in, you gotta give your email, you gotta make a password. Like, there's way too many steps there. So I think honestly, sales friction is probably one of the biggest things holding back crypto from quote unquote mass adoption, which is a perpetual myth. But so that's why something like this, Steven, I already had this conversation with Steven separately, and I told him we need to get on fucking on-ramp immediately to enable fiat transactions so that people can use fiat to onboard into this ecosystem. But in a more seamless sense, right? Because right now, if I have to explain this to someone, oh, you need to take this contract address, go on to Uniswap, copy and paste it here, hit swap, make sure you're flipping, like, it even sounds complicated. You know what I mean? Like, it even sounds like, what the like, I need a PhD to do this? Like, what the fuck? Like, I just want to buy it, right? There's way too much sales friction there. So yeah, that's my professional background. To sum it all up, sales and operations. Specifically, one of my things that I like to focus on in operations is data. So I'm a data nerd. I always look at data, and reducing sales friction. I hate, like, and I think my pain points with that came from, my earlier career of being in sales, because that's what helped me be successful, specifically in B2B and IT, like telco sales, is looking into data, right, and having more data than any of my competitors, and then 2, reducing as much friction as possible in the sales process. So instead of having an intro, a demo, a closing, like no, like I'm fucking closing this on one call. Like I'm gonna give you everything you need. We're gonna just get it all done in 1 or 2 calls. So yeah, curious, yo, I see paid ads coach. I'm assuming SMMA or something similar.
Pretty much, but it's mainly just like ads. So, but I specialize. I mean, I can run ads for any brand, but I mainly specialize in dealing with beauty brands. So hair extensions, wigs, cosmetics. But yeah, listening to you talk, I mean, it's the same thing with me. It's sales, but marketing. But the clients that's the most easiest for me to close are the ones that's familiar with me. They've already consumed my free content, hop on the call, and close that way. But the ones that don't know me, it takes like 6 follow-ups and whatnot.
Right. And then at some point, right, then you have to calculate, is doing 6 of these follow-ups worth my time? Because, in those 6 follow-ups, could I have closed 2 other clients? Or if this, it depends. It's so situational in sales because, like, if it's a whale client, if it's like, let's say a $25,000, $30,000 a month client, you're gonna make time. you're gonna figure out like, okay, I can miss this, like, or I can miss this other call, or I can move this one back, etc. But,
yeah, that actually happened last week. Typically, the sales calls take about 15 minutes, but I was on the phone with this lady for an hour and 15 minutes, but she closed, so it ended up being worth it, and she was a big client.
So it was worth it? Fuck yeah. One of my good friends, I don't think she still does it anymore, but she ran an SMA agency. If you guys don't know, so SMMA is social media marketing agency. So basically what they specialize in is like these e-commerce companies and brands, and honestly, sometimes even like Web 2 companies. I've seen it for like dentist offices and stuff like that. Basically, they run their paid social media ads. They help them, and there's a bunch of different type of SMMA agencies. Like some of them are more content focused, some of them are more creator focused, some of them are like all in-house, like we take care of everything. It really depends on their specialty. So. IGs, do you ever focus on content, or like is it more like you have to come to me with the content and then I will put the specific parameters and shit to make sure they're successful?
Yeah, so my criteria is that they're at least making 10K per month or more. Their website should be converted at a 1 to 2%, and they should already have good content. I mean, everything that they're doing is working. I'm just getting out in front of more people.
Oh yeah, that's the best one. Yeah, like my friend Mariah, I guess when she used to do this, she had a lot of stipulations. Like she would only work with clients that were doing over, I think it was like 250K a year in revenue, and that was even like a lower end client. And they had to come with their own creative. If they didn't, then they could pay a little bit more, and she might help with some of their creatives. So. For something like this, we can't do paid ads on like 90% of these platforms, unfortunately, or we'll get booted. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I know when you're talking about ads, I'm like, I don't even know if Facebook would even allow a crypto-related ad.
No, you definitely can't do ads, but we can still post content. We can have organic reach, but we can't do ads. Unfortunately.
But Google is definitely wide open for crypto.
Google is definitely wide open.
I got another idea. All right. How about, you know how y'all done the Twitter picker the other day?
Yep.
How about we, when we do spaces, we tell everybody that, that is involved that if they join, we're going to do a Twitter picker. It don't have to be huge, just a little bit, a few tokens or something like that, whatever it is. That was pretty nice, right? Everybody that, participated had a chance to win something, but maybe we can do that like once or twice a week or something on a certain day. Something like that also faded. And I got one question. Why doesn't it work with Coinbase Wallet?
The website?
Yeah, does it work with Coinbase Wallet?
I don't know. So the second button down is Wallet Connect. I don't know if Wallet Connect works with a bunch of different wallets. I don't know if they have Coinbase on there. If not, we're
Well,
gonna have to talk to Jeff.
it goes to the wall. I don't really. I'm just trying. Well, I'll talk about that because I ain't got time. I got to do other stuff like memes and do my part. But if we can incentivize activity from the community, is like coming to spaces, and and other things, right? To incentivize activity, like we said the first time. But that would be another one, so everybody can come and they can listen. And they can have a chance to win a little prize too. Just to make it good on them.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's a good idea. That's something else with like Zeely. I think we can do that. I think so. Maybe we should tier this out, right, and have like a monthly prize, weekly prizes, and then daily prizes, so that we're hitting. I like tiers. I like game theory with tiers because not one approach works for everything, right? Like if you do a weekly and someone falls behind on the week, they're not going to participate anymore. If you do a monthly and someone falls behind on the month, they're not going to participate anymore. But if you have daily, weekly, and monthly, you're hitting all different types of engagers. You're hitting your daily engagers, you're hitting your weekly engagers, and you're hitting your monthly engagers at different points. So maybe with like the Zeely setup, we say, hey, we're going to have a daily engagement challenge, and then we're also going to have a weekly engagement challenge. We'll also have a monthly engagement challenge, and you just prize pool it up. So maybe daily it's like $25 a day, right? Which is like, okay, that adds up to. Sorry, D. Oh.
Crap, my bad,
But
dude.
like, oh. No, you're good. You're good. What's going on? I didn't know if you had anything. I don't want to like just continue like just solely monologue. We're here to share some alpha.
No, my hand accidentally hit the unmute button, but yeah, I'm actually in the middle of doing something, so I can't really talk. But yeah, man. But while I'm here, man, I just wanted to give you your flowers, man, on all the hard work you've been doing, as well as the dev team, man. You guys have been just rocking and rolling, and actually, dude, I actually knew of your reputation back then through Demon and Fetty, to be honest. And I think you were one of the first keys that I bought, actually, on Friend.Tech.
Oh,
and then,
yeah.
And I saw like all the like knowledge that you were dropping in the chat, and I was like, whoa, this guy is actually like, he's up, up to date with the trends on what's going on with like AI and just with crypto, and like, you just seem like a really knowledgeable guy, and and you earned more of my trust. So, when you started this Friend.Tech Mafia chat, right, and then I went in there and saw what you were building, and also saw that you enlisted like the help with the Devzukis, and I got mad love for the garden too, man. So it's like, man, it just made me even more bullish on you. So I was like, you know what, I'm bullish on Faded, I'm bullish on this project, and like the videos that you're showing with how the bottles work out, like, dude, there's something there. So I just like threw like 0.25 your way on pre-sale. I was like, I was all in, man, but now I just see like everything blossoming, and I'm just so stoked for you, man. I'm stoked for everybody here that got it, So keep rocking and rolling, man. Like, again, I got your back, dude.
Fuck yeah, bro. And yo, the pre-sale, if you do the 0.25, you're probably hella in profit right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, dude.
So
yeah, man, I took a little bit off the top, but I still got a heavy bag, man, because I know we've got like the staking's not even out yet. So like when that comes through, like, I don't know, I want to do like top tier stake, and and I know that's gonna just, man, I don't even know what I can't even imagine what that's gonna do to the market cap, dude, once stake comes out. But I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. And like, I think it's gonna be a really interesting part of the tokenomic game theory and stuff. But yeah, dude, yeah, I'm happy because now you basically could like take your initials out and just ride, bro. Now you can just ride. Like, you don't have to worry about anything. And like, that's all I want. Like, and I was telling the pre-sale guys, all right, I don't want to be an asshole, but like, I did do this today. So there's a group of Nakamigos guys and like, people like they're more like degen, like real degen culture. Like they're literally trading shitcoins every single day, multiple times a day, making thousands, blowing thousands, like just degenerate gamblers at the end of the day. Like mad love for them, respect for them, but like this specific little like subgroup of Nakamigos, that's what they do. So like they like, you know, after we launched, right, we had 250K market cap and we dropped down to like 20K, and dude, they were fucking pissed. They were like tagging me in this group chat, like, bro, you said we were gonna be up, man, what the fuck, like fuck, like not like fuck you, but like, you know, basically like fuck you. And I'm like, dude, like I'm trying, like just wait, like. So they ended up cheating out. That's a large part of the 30% that like dumped, the pre-sellers that dumped. And some of them, I don't want to say at a loss, but like maybe at like a break even or like, you know, 10% up, 20% up. So like today,
Dude, I had to bite my tongue.
Oh, man. People were probably coping, mad at Max coping.
yeah. No, I didn't even say anything. I just dropped the link of the DEX tools. I was like, oh shit, looks like we're having some movement today. And they were like, I said, no, I forgot what I was like, yo, looks like we're having some movement today. Who's holding? I hope you guys took some profits. And they were tight, bro. They were like, nah, man, I cheated out. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, like, I told you, man, you seen how hard I was working. Like, it's gonna pay off eventually, you know. Obviously, it's gonna go up and down and stuff, but like, there's only so much the universe can deny hard work, right? Like, there's only so much. Like, you know, you put your heart, you put your all into something. At some point, it'll pay off. Whether that's, you know, in a day, in 30 days, in fucking 3 years, like at some point it'll pay off. I believe it. You know, I tell myself that every day.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, dude, well, it's like that's what happens when you have a shitcoin mentality, right? It like, you know, the token that you can't, like what you were building and everything. Like, I didn't see it as a shitcoin at all, you know. And so I think, you know, that's probably why they were just, yeah, they just cheated out, right? Just in and out, as you said. But, you know, I knew there was something more, you know, that meets the eye to like what you were building. And again, like your reputation, right? And just kind of like getting to see how you are on your Twitter, and like you were dropping knowledge bombs in the Friend.Tech chat. I was like, okay, Beta's legit, you know. And I think even Betty said that you were like one of the undervalued guys, you know, in the Friend.Tech space, with like in regards to like the value that you bring, you know, in Friend.Tech. So I was like, oh hell yeah. And so, you know, yeah, bought one of your keys and, you know, still got it, you know. So hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, man, and that's the thing. Like, I think that's one of the biggest things of like Friend.Tech in general, like SocialFi in general. Like, there's so much bullshit vanity metrics out there, bro. Like, I've been on calls with people that have over 100,000 followers and like, you know, gawking. Like I'm gawking at first, right? I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm about to talk to this person. And then I have a 30-minute conversation with them, and I'm like, oh, this guy's a fucking idiot. Like, he doesn't really know that. But like, I basically spent 30 minutes educating this person on a bunch of shit that I thought they would know more than me about. So you can't like, I don't know, it's tough. It's like weird. Like, you can't just like judge people. Like, I'm not saying like you were like anything like that, but like I think we all do in a way, right? Like, we all have these like social vanity metrics. We see a follower count, we see a check mark, you know, we see whatever we see, and like we immediately associate that with like a greater standing, and it's like it's all fugazi. A lot of it's fugazi. It's not real.
Yeah, a lot of them are getting kind of filtered out with the spare, right? Like, you could see that, man. Like, I don't. There's a lot of like, you know, like quote unquote influencers that just kind of disappeared, you know, into the ether with this spare.
They couldn't make money anymore, and people caught on to it. Like, it really upset me. There's a fuck. I don't want to get into this.
Drop the juice, man.
Huh?
I'll go for it.
I think he's being
yeah, you don't have to, but now you got to.
No. I don't give a fuck. It's not about the other person. I don't give a shit. It's just like, I just, you know, one thing that I don't like, and like, I don't want this to come across as like me trying to shit on another person. It's more just education at the end of the day, because I think it makes people look weak. Like, if you spend all of your time talking shit about someone else, then, like, you know, what the fuck are you even doing, right? But, like, at this point, I feel like it's totally justified, so I feel okay talking on it.
You handled that so well today, by the way. You handled it very well.
Which one? Oh, that situation on the spaces?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. You gotta just show love, and then it makes the other guy look like an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody's going at you, like, just shitting on or trying to shit on you, whatever, and you're like, yo, man, I appreciate you. Like, I hope you're doing well. You know, God bless you. Like, really, really hope the best for you. You know, I wish everything you work on is successful and that, you know, you have the best outcomes. Like, and they continue to go on, then, like, now you just made that person look like an asshole more than anything else. But this particular situation, I actually did a day, like an impromptu space about. I didn't host the space. Profits did. My friend Profits did, and you know, she invited me to it, so I jumped on, and she was talking about the network token thing, and there's just a lot of other shit that I have in regards to that I haven't necessarily made public, but that group, in a way, I'll say this, you know, those two particular influencers have influenced me in a lot of positive ways. I learned so much from them, from kind of like building followings to entertainment to like, and I think if some of the biggest voices and people in Web3 say that that's not the case, they're lying, because they definitely introduced something new to the space. But once I got to know them on a personal level earlier this year, there was some things there that just didn't vibe, it just didn't click, and it just didn't feel right. For instance, I would come to them with certain ideas and thoughts and like things that I felt that they could implement, and then I would notice a few days later they took all of those ideas and would run it, right? Like, even though, like, let's say I came to them like, hey, I want to partner with you guys on this. I think this would be a great idea to partner. They would just literally take it and then just run with it, like, completely on their own. And this is before I even had my own following. I had maybe like 2,000 followers or something. So like, nobody gives a fuck about me. And I'm like, dude, like, what the fuck? Like, is this how this thing works? And like, it happened once, then it happened twice. And I'm like, dude, man, this sucks. And then, you know, at one point I was really entrenched with this community. It was actually the night of my birthday in February. And I released a free project to commemorate this community. 100% free project. It was during the free mint, like the open mint meta. So I actually created like Jack Butcher's checks. I created a version of that with question marks, and I was giving it out for free to anyone in the community. And then what I did, there was a royalty tax. I set up a third party. I set up a Gnosis safe, and I basically said, you know, any of the money that's raised in this is going to go to this Gnosis safe, and then as this community, we're going to sponsor, you know, a couple of our different projects that we want to work on, and we could vote on it as a DAO or whatever we want to do. So I'm literally getting nothing out of this. If anything, I spent probably $400 in gas and like 8 hours of my time, if not more. You know, at least a dozen hours of my time putting this thing together. So my birthday comes around, I message them in the morning, I'm like, hey man, check this out. And some of the things I received back were just terrible. They're like, fuck you, you're a piece of shit, you're a fucking grifter, like blah, 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 like you have no right to do that, you didn't talk to us about it first. And I'm like, dude, it's free, I'm not making money off of this. I just want this to go out there, and I think it would be good because at the time, I had members of this community that were messaging me every fucking day. Yo, Faded, I'm broke. I need help. I need a job. Do you have anything? Can you hook me up in a way? And I'm like, you know, I can't help everybody. I helped a few people. I connected a few people to different, like, maybe collab management positions, or like maybe gave them like a couple one-off jobs or tasks. But like, I'm not a superhuman. So like, I couldn't solve that full problem. But what I noticed is there was a very passionate, extremely passionate community that would show up in hundreds to support, you know, this group of people every single day and spend hours of their time, upwards of 3 to 6 hours a day, participating, engaging, listening, supporting, and at the end of the day, they had absolutely nothing, absolutely nothing to show for it. And that broke my heart, because I'm like, how do you have people giving you 25 to 30% of their day that they could be spending with their kids, working a side hustle, learning something else, giving you all of that time, all of that attention, all of that engagement, and they have nothing to show for it at the end of the day. And then that's when I realized that, you know, one, obviously the mental diet is real, right? Like, you're not going to eat chicken and shit steak. So if you're just sitting around all day listening to garbage, that's going to be the only thing you can produce. Whatever you can only produce byproducts of what you consume. That's life. Like, that's how you can only come up with good ideas if you're reading books, or if you're talking to interesting people, or if you're educating yourself, you know, outside of your own comfort zone. But you're not going to produce those sorts of things, you know, consuming the same content, consuming the same, you know, cheap entertainment. It's just not going to happen. So what I noticed was there's a brain drain. There's a brain drain that happens where people might spend, specifically within the creator economy, you know, hundreds of hours of their time dedicated towards a specific group or a specific person individually, and they have nothing to show for it because their brain, their time, their energy, and their attention is being farmed for the sole benefit of, you know, one or two people. Yeah. It just makes you think. Yeah.
Sorry about breaking your train of concentration, but I have something else. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just an idea, right? That, you know, to try to stimulate the community. Is I think maybe we should tell everybody to follow each other, right? You know what I'm saying? That, you know, maybe we should have the group, you know, the community, make sure they're all following each other. Maybe make a comment and, you know, and encourage everybody. That way we gain them the amount of followers, right? Each of us will gain the 400 or whatever. And, you know, it'll help that way, right? That's another thing we can do to stimulate the, you know, to get everybody active, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. There's a couple different creative ways of doing that. I know some Discord methods. Nobody's actually solved this well. DGods had something very interesting. They have a similar concept on their Discord, and you know that's something we could definitely build out. But basically, how it works is you join their Discord, you verify that you're holding a DGods, and then the main account will follow you. And then, so if you want to prove that someone is actually a DGods holder, you would, you know, just go onto the DGods account and see if they're being followed by the main account. So that's something we can do. Hey, that's something we can do with, you know, with this, we can have it where we say, you know, if you verify that you're a token holder, the main account is going to follow you, and the main account is only following verified holders. So basically, you know, that is one way of kind of highlighting that and really putting the showcasing onto there. But as far as doing mass follows, like, it's tough. If you put the instructions out there, unfortunately, there's too many steps, and people aren't going to follow all of those steps unless they're being incentivized to do so. And it's going to be really hard to track the data in order to properly have an incentivization model. As far as mass follows, you will shadow ban an account. So like, we don't want all of our accounts to be shadow banned. Like if they followed too much, yeah.
I mean, but we can even you just put it as an incentive. Hey, you know, if y'all can add 10 people out of the group or whatever. I mean, we ain't got to offer no money to do it. Just offer it to try to stimulate the community. Say, hey, it would be nice if you could add each, you know, some member, pick a few members every other day or whatever, just to, you know, just a brief, you know, something to tell the community. That way we're connected in a way, right? If we're all working on this, you know, we can all, you know, be together, right?
100%, 100%. And we just created we have a group chat. So we have a group chat on Twitter. I've been slowly trying to add people in there. We just need to keep it a little bit more active.
Hey, I'm just gonna jump in here and just say, well, I gotta go, but dude, it was awesome to actually get to talk to you, Faded, and get to know everyone here. And Mark, keep doing what you're doing with the memes, man. Love to see it, man. But yeah, man. Hope to vibe with you guys again on the next one.
Peace, love, and
Yeah, for sure.
Right on, yo. Have a good night.
Oh shit! I'm seeing like some people are starting to call us and show us in their private discords. Interesting. Super fucking.
Hey guys. Can you hear me?
Hey, what's it? Yeah. What's good, brother? What's good?
Oh yeah, I'm just new here. I saw somebody post about the AI trading bot. So this is the project we're talking about. Or I'm new to the space. I heard about Friend.Tech, but seems like this is your own project, right? But it's related to Friend.Tech. Can anyone just help me out a little bit here?
Yeah. I could explain it. So, it's a socialify dashboard and bot. So if you own 250,000 of the tokens today, you could get access to the beta test. So we're in a beta testing phase. So if you're in the beta test, you can actually access the bot. And the bot, basically what it does is it can snipe new accounts.
The bot run the Telegram?
No, it's a dApp. It's an actual web app. Telegram. Yeah, we're gonna build a Telegram. That's on a different. That's on the internal roadmap. I don't want to like hard marry that announce that. Yeah. But so we have a web app. If you go to our website ft500.xyz, in the top right corner it says dashboard, so you can take a look. You won't be able to enter. It is token gated, so you need to hold 250,000 of the tokens for now. And then we're gonna, slowly start to lower that threshold once we get to a closer, alpha release or like more public release.
So I see the token on Dextro. It looks like it hit the all-time high today, and then there's some retracement right now. Maybe it's a good time for me to get in. Don't you think?
It might not be a bad time. No, honestly, I'm not even like trying to directly show, but it really might not be. We hit 585,000 today. Our previous all-time high was 250 upon launch. And then right now we're down to 300 or so. But we have an interesting. Yeah, honestly, it really is because we still have some larger KOLs and influencers that are going to be coming out within the next couple days, and most of them are private right now because they're basically they're organizing their internal groups, and they're going to get in and then go out and publicly shill, before doing that. So. That's already kind of cooked up. So there will be some more volume.
I'm still figuring out like Friend.Tech because I went to their website and it says it really only runs on the phone. But then I go to the app store, there's nothing there.
Yeah, so you have to set it up on. You go to Friend.Tech. Do you have an iOS? Do you have iPhone?
Yeah, I have an iOS. And it says I have to upgrade it. So I actually just upgraded right now.
Yeah, so after you upgrade, you're gonna go to Friend.Tech, and then you're gonna save the website as an app itself. So
okay. On the main page, I can save as a website page.
Yup. And then basically right now for the beta test, it's auto buys, so it'll auto buy as many as possible. So let's say if you load up the bot with, let's say, 0.1 or 0.2 ETH, it's just gonna go out and fucking snipe.
Oh no, are you talking about your bot?
Yeah.
I'm saying like how does Friend.Tech like this thing
Oh,
in
how does
general.
it
How
work?
does it work? Yeah.
So it's
And
private.
I'm seeing people like giving out keys, like, yeah.
Yeah, no, great question. So it's when you join the app, right? You can enter into private chats with people, right? And in order to enter those chats, you have to buy into their keys.
Oh, right.
And then now you're in a private chat with that person. It's not a one-on-one chat. It's a group chat with with whoever else owns those keys as well.
Right. So is it just like a token gated version of a Twitter groups or what?
Honestly, that's not a terrible description. A little bit, yeah. It's a token gated version of a Twitter group where the actual users, get paid for participating. And right now, so they're backed by Paradigm, which is like a huge
Oh.
VC.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're backed by Paradigm, and by using the app, you earn points. And the more points you have, people are alluding or speculating that it's going to lead to an airdrop, which obviously, if Paradigm's involved, I think there's going to be some
Right.
kind of token. Yeah.
But people are saying you have to comment and engage, but it's not actually on Twitter. You don't engage and interact with accounts on Twitter. You just interact in the group chat in the web app, or
Yeah, so you interact. So how do you farm points? This is actually a great, and maybe we make a short video series on this. IGS is
I'm
reporting.
checking out your YouTube video right now, but I think it's about the FTD, not the Friend.Tech, right?
Yeah. Yo, maybe we make a video about this. Is excellent content.
Yeah, I think that's a big opportunity.
Huge opportunity here. Okay, and IGS is recording right now, so we can go back and clip this recording and use this. So, farming points on Friend.Tech. There are basically two things that are accounted for in the points algorithm. It is social activity as well as financial activity. So the more keys you own, yes. So the more keys you own and the more valuable your wallet is on the app, like your holdings, then the better, like the more points you're going to receive on a weekly basis. But beyond that, it's also dependent on social activity. So what this bot will help you with is getting as many keys as possible, because you're essentially able, it interacts directly with the smart contract rather than their web application. So we're able to buy keys before so when you're getting set up on the app, you have to you become live, quote unquote live on the app after you deposit some ETH on the base layer 2 network and purchase your first key. What this bot has allowed people to do is snipe those keys at 0 ETH plus gas, so that you can get in before, basically for free. And then the second they join, boom, you're already up, maybe a couple dollars. But now if that account blows up and dozens of people buy that key, that's where you get a huge profit opportunity. Because now you could cash out maybe at 0.01, 0.02, 0.03, et cetera, et cetera.
I see. Ooh, and what's the threshold right now? I'm going to buy right now.
The threshold for the bot is 250,000 tokens.
248
hours.
It was
Yeah.
like what? It's like point. Oh, it's like
Four.
not even. It's like $200. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, yeah. It was $70 like 72 hours ago. But we had, actually Chris, right here in the chat, he got a really big snipe around 24 hours ago, where he actually hit big. He got like 4.9 ETH, I think. He sniped an account before it went live, and then that guy blew up.
Wow. Wait, but you say it's auto buy, but does everybody have the same profit of using your bot, or how's that work?
So it's auto buy. We actually have, so these guys are here, IGS and Chris. There's a couple different trading strategies that some people are trying out with the beta test. Some people are doing mass buys, like they're just buying like 100, 200 keys, and then they go in and they sell each one at like maybe $5 profit, and then they just run that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The other is to just kind of strike, get lucky and strike one of those big accounts and hold on to it and wait for it to kind of blow up a little bit. Right now, auto sell and mass sell is not live. It's already built in, but it's going to be implemented during the next phase of the beta testing phase.
This is so cool. So nobody's, I think it's going to be another whole, like a sector, right? Just like a Telegram bot blow off. But right now, the Friend.Tech doesn't have that many bots, right? You are like one of the few? Oh.
There's one Telegram bot out there, and that's about it. There's no other web app bots. There's some web app interfaces, but no web app bots. The one Telegram bot is at about 3.85 million market cap.
Wow.
But I will say, this is just objectively true. We're front running their transaction. Like we're beating them.
Did you? But I listened to most of the thing in the last hour. You said your background. So you have another coding team, right? Because you have a sales and operations.
Yes.
background.
Yep. So if you check out our white paper, the team behind this is called Block Genie with a 3 at the end, and they're from the DevZuki subcommunity. So they actually have commitments to ERC 721A, PBT, and they've also worked on the Concordium blockchain specifically for carbon tax credits on chain.
So it sounds like they're very technical savvy. And how did they found you, or you found them? How do you?
We found each other from the Azuki. Yeah, we found each other from the Azuki community. Steven and I were kind of like we're workshopping some different ideas like over the last several weeks, and then we landed on this one, and then we wanted to run it and actually move it forward. So that's kind of how this came about. But yeah, he has a very, very technical background. I'm more, I guess, like marketing, business sort of background. And it's like a perfect like blend of both worlds because I'm blessed. I feel like I'm very blessed because like I could come up with some really creative ideas and then I bring it to them and I'm like, hey, can we make this happen? And they usually figure out a way to do it. So
yeah,
it's like, yeah.
It does look quite okay. Good. My East is my wallet. I'm literally buying right now as we speak.
Fuck yeah! Welcome to the community. It's a really strong community.
Well, how much people usually start with to load the bots, like the equity?
That's a good question. So I think IGS started with 0.1, and then he was able to flip that up to around 1 ETH. I don't know how much Chris started with. I think Chris started with 0.2.
Well, I put in 0.1, and then I added another 0.1, and then I don't know. I wound up with 0.23, and I pulled out 4.9, and my portfolio value I just checked was a little over 2 on paper. So still in.
Wait. You're at 2 ETH?
Yeah, but I put some back in though. So I had pulled off like 4 out, and I put some back in. So I'm not even like really. I had really sort of. I'm just playing with the house money. You know what I mean?
I know. That's the best thing, playing with the house money, right?
So one of our community members, Aces, actually created a guide. I just replied to it in the chat. So if you go into the last reply, or here, I'll link it. I'll just link it directly, so you don't have to do that much work.
Actually, yeah, check this out, right? Check this out, I saw it.
Here's the guide. Well then here, this is specifically the guide on how to get started. So he created this, it's a step-by-step guide, and then we also have a YouTube video that explains it as well. Let me pull up the YouTube video. Oh shit.
creative. I'm gonna do testimonials on YouTube, or are you gonna get these Chris and them to do a video to post on YouTube also?
Yeah. People are yeah, absolutely. I think we should run some UGC contests and basically say, like, you know, whoever could produce the best UGC will have the community vote. Or if you contribute any UGC, you know, you can get maybe 1,000 tokens, and then you know, can continue to run that over and over and over again. So we fuck yeah, actually yeah, I'm actually writing that one down as well. UGC contest is definitely a good idea. Give me one second. I'm pulling up the TikTok video as well. This one IGS actually created, and then I put it onto our TikTok, so you can kind of see like his trading strategy. So his trading strategy is like doing mass buys. Like he'll buy like 100 keys, and he'll sell them for micro profit. So like, you know, a couple dollars each. But if you do that at scale, then, you know, just it adds up. So so right now the bot is all manual config. We do have some preset configs, but this beta testing phase is allowing us to see, like, you know, one, allowing users to toy around and play with it, and then two, get more data so that we can optimize more preset configs. So right now it's all preset configs. So you would actually set, you know, in the bot itself, you know, I'm willing to do a minimum purchase of 0.0001 and a maximum purchase of 0.0002, right? So now the bot is basically just going to stay active and live, and whenever it sees keys that it can snipe at those prices, it's just going to mass fucking buy them. And then as of right now, like I said, there's no auto sell or mass sell just yet. Robert, our lead bot engineer, is going to be pushing that out shortly, ideally in the, you know, the next day or two. So what you would do is you'll have the Friend.Tech app open, and then as you're getting these shares in, you want to start to liquidate them out and realizing, you know, a little bit of micro profit while you're doing it. Does that make sense? Damn, I don't know if he's
Totally. I was supposed. Can you hear me? Can you?
Yeah, now I can hear you. I think it was muted.
Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear now.
Yeah. I just bought the tokens, by the way. So I was like,
Oh shit! Hell yeah, bro! Welcome. And we have some staking tokenomics that are gonna come out.
wait. So Friend.Tech, how long has it been out? Like I've been seeing people post it since like last month. Like how long has things been out there?
It's about to come up to a month. It's only been about 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. So it's about to be a month. But I just saw it come in. Hell yeah, bro! It's about to be a month. But it's relatively new. It's like a brand new type of social fi app experience. Now the points farming
People-
system,
Without the bots, how do the content creator make money? Because there must be some incentive for them to use this, right? Just like people, when they did the blur thing, they are incentivized the FT whales, so they can, when they just sell their token FT there, they get points, right? So how do they incentivize the KOL, the big influencer?
it's a 5-5. So it's a 5-5 tax system. So 5% tax goes to the TVL, and then 5% goes to the creator. So if my keys are one each, then I get 0.05 every time it's sold.
So who priced the key initially?
The creator. So when I buy my key,
They can price whatever they want.
Well, it's not. It's a bond. It's a bond curve. So here, I'll actually post the bond curve. Yeah, I'll post the bond curve now, so you can see it. So this is the bonding curve. So what some people do, like this guy today,
That's funny. The Chinese people make them. I see the Chinese. I'm actually inside China, by the way, and I know like the Chinese are like kind of like hyping this up. So sometimes,
I've
so
heard that,
it would probably go. Well, if you, yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah, and I saw your Telegram group from a Chinese post. So I think if we can hit it, if you haven't, maybe you can create like a Chinese account on Twitter, like FTD China, and then I think a lot of people would. Right now, most of them they don't know your project yet. So, well, not that many people are educated overseas like I am. So a lot of people they don't read English. So.
Yeah, no, I've noticed like a couple different Chinese like callers have called us, and to be like fully transparent, I've never contacted these people. I have no idea how they found us.
Yeah, so it's a good thing. It's pure organic.
A brilliant idea to come on board like that. Of what the people we could reach with that would be amazing. Faded.
Yeah, we're gonna need to make a Chinese Twitter account. That is, I think that's the alpha. And we have a big Azuki following as well, because obviously, that's where our devs are from, and there's a good amount of like Asian.
Oh, Azuki. Oh, you from the Azuki?
Yeah, I'm in the Azuki community. The devs are from the Azuki community as well.
Oh, that makes sense, because the influencer posted, she was like a Azuki China something, a community manager or something. Yeah.
Dude, so that's the thing. Like, we could get a lot of traction with the Asian community because we're it's DevZuki. It's literally DevZuki devs, and I'm from the Azuki. I'm a garden caretaker from the Azuki community. So I'm actually in the garden caretaker sub community. Wow.
Cool. Yeah. I got the tokens now. I can go to the FT 500 XYZ.
Yeah, FT500.xyz.
The dashboard.
Yep.
Does that have connect wallet? Right. Interesting. You don't hold enough FTD? I have more than 2,000. Why he says I don't have enough? I have like 150K.
Oh, it's 250K.
Oh, you said 250K. Oh. I thought. Okay.
During our beta testing phase.
It faded. How about this? How about we urge the community, right, that is to buy there's keys, buy the community, everybody's involved, we each buy each other's keys at some point.
That's a really good idea as well. I'm gonna write this down. Hold on. So, FTD, China.
But I still don't get how Friend.Tech, like, they don't have an app, and then their website doesn't. It's only a web app, right? Friend.Tech, not you. Friend.Tech.
Yeah, that's it. It's literally just a web app.
So everybody has to go on the. Can they work on their like mobile app browsers, like a MetaMask browser? That's their. How do people use? What do you think most people access it from? Is from the laptop or the phone?
What our bot? I think most people use.
No, Friend.Tech.
Phone. I think 90% of people, because you'll see. I don't know if you've gotten set up on there yet, but it creates a custodial wallet for you, and then you just deposit ETH into that wallet, and then you're gonna export that wallet into the actual bot itself so that it could run, because you want it to use your Friend.Tech wallet for the points farming.
Oh. And how does that connect to the activity you have on the Twitters? How do they know? Did you actually comment? Did you actually repost?
No, so it's
with-
only tied to social activity within the Friend.Tech app.
Oh, within a Friend.Tech app.
Yeah.
So are they creating another thing like to fight Twitter or what?
I don't know. I mean, they don't have like a For You page. Like, they don't have a timeline. But if they go that route, maybe they're trying to go that route. I don't know right now, though.
Interesting. If there's paradigm behind it, I wouldn't be surprised because they always want to build like a Web3 version of Twitter, right? And
This would make sense if that's the case. Yeah, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. That might be their long-term play, and then this is a way of like kind of getting the beta out there.
yeah, and if that's the case, it's cliche, but like we're so early, bros.
I agree, brother. I agree.
So early, bros. So early.
We are very early, and we're definitely very early. I'm looking into this right now. Our distribution is actually looking pretty good. I'm looking at Etherscan right now. We're almost fully distributed.
What's your biggest holder like? Who are your top 10 holders?
Biggest holder, I don't know who the
Do you know who are your top 10 holders are? Or you don't know them?
I know two of them. I don't know this one wallet that's holding 4.2 million. I don't know who that is yet. I don't know. But they hold a lot. They definitely hold a lot. So yeah, we got some fucking whales, dude.
Yeah, so I'm on this too. I'm on this too. Like the 20% wallet is probably your like what is that? It's like the treasury wallet or something.
So the 20%
It's
wallet is
a
actually
wallet.
it's gonna be locked into staking, into a staking smart contract.
Oh, staking wallet.
Yeah.
And then there's a 10% wallet.
And then there's a 10% wallet as well.
Wow.
The 10% wallet is unvested, and then we're slowly giving it out to some like KOLs, and then also we're going to be doing some giveaways with it as well. So team only received 4% liquid at the start, so I only got 1%.
Okay.
Robert got 1, Steven got 1, and Benny got 1.
Wow. Okay. Are you on Twitter? Like your personal account? You have one? Let me follow you.
Yeah. My personal account is at YouFadedWell. So it's at YouFadedWell is my Twitter account.
Okay. So it's faded, and then there's a square, 3. Right? That's you.
That's me.
So did you start it with NFT or into Twitter, or you started with what kind
I started more on the NFT
kind
side.
of influencer you started?
I started with NFTs. And well, I guess no. Technically, I started with crypto a very long time ago.
I see.
Several years ago, and then I've been more so focused on NFTs since then.
Hey, that's why y'all
Very
gonna
long time. So you're OG crypto.
eventually get my paintings on NFT one day. I'm dreaming of that. Hey, but then you put on the list just encourage our guys to try to follow each other, and also to maybe not mass followings, but just a couple a day. Ask it, you know what I'm saying? That, and you put the encourage to buy each other's keys. Maybe would be nice.
Yeah.
Also, it make value to the community, right? And it also connect us, right? Make us a little bit stronger. We and put us a little bit ahead in the game, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely agree. One second here.
Thing, I'm gonna shut my mouth. I know I'm talking too much, but man, I just want to let you know how much I appreciate, like from the beginning of this thing, y'all been democratic, right? Y'all let us vote on things and took our word, and y'all showed a lot of integrity. I've only been doing this for like 3 weeks, and I've seen a lot of shady stuff go on in this amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Which is scary to even introduce yourself into that kind of sphere, and to see y'all actually produce what y'all were saying is simply amazing, Faded. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a little guy. You know my story, bro. And you know where I'm in life, but to see y'all do that, right? It's very encouraging for some people to want to stand behind y'all. And that's why a lot of us had diamond hands. I mean, I have not, I'm not trading nothing, bro. I'm serious. All my stuff is going straight into staking. I mean, that's why y'all can take it now if y'all need it, right? I mean, because it doesn't, I'm looking at the long term of this, because I see this thing, the vision y'all got and what y'all want to do with it. The end result is amazing, right? And it takes some brilliant guys, and your communication skills to work with people is great. I love it, right? And you know what I'm saying? I've always been like a con man, a face man, right? That's been my MO, right, when I was doing wrong. But to utilize that in a positive way, y'all are amazing, man. I mean, simply amazing.
Appreciate it, brother. Definitely appreciate it. It's been something been great.
The work is, and it's not over. It's just beginning. And even though it's a slow climb, right? Everybody that's involved in this can see it, right? That's why we're sticking there. And we're staying, right? All the dumpsters and all the pump and dumps, we see the little dips. At first, when it first started, a little bit of money I put in, when it dropped, I said, oh man, right? I was kind of scared, right? But I stuck in there. You understand what I'm saying? I said, man, this is going to work. And that belief in y'all, and the way y'all been transparent, and y'all reached out to us, that makes this thing, the way it's growing organically, is beautiful. And and I'm happy to be a part of it. I want to let you know, man, and the team, just how proud I am, because y'all are working with integrity and honesty and transparency, the most beautiful things when you're trying to build something. And it's easy to get people behind you and to stick with you when you do that. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just thank you, and I'm glad I was able to add a little bit. And I'm about to get back to work making some memes, right? I've enjoyed the talk. But I got work to do, right? And I appreciate you, Faded. Just to let you know that, okay?
Appreciate you, fam, bro. I appreciate you for sure. So, thank you for being a part of this. For sure, man. You've definitely, helped a lot. Definitely helped a lot. Who else is still here? Teddy. What's going on, Teddy? What's up? What's up? Happy Saturday.
Very fun. It's already Sunday over here. It's like 5 a.m.
Yeah, it's about to be midnight for me. I'm gonna have to go to sleep. I gotta start sleeping better, bro. I didn't go to bed until 6 a.m. yesterday.
not excited for like, I thought once someone gets into the 3 or anything, it's just for you to stop sacrificing your mental health for your sleep.
Yeah, dude, this has been a good couple of days. I think you've earned a day off.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to church tomorrow morning and spending some time, relaxing a little bit. So, oh, there's a UFC fight. Is that going on yet? Did it start? Did the main event start?
I'm not sure if the last fight's on right now. My wife's watching it. I better go in there and check.
Oh shit! I think it's about to start, right? It hasn't. I'm about to go watch that shit right now. Go put that on in the tube.
Yeah, it's coming on right now.
Hell yeah, I'm about to go watch that shit, bro. It's been a long couple days, guys. It's been a long couple days, bro. But I love it, man. I love it. I think, even hearing, Perma Bull here, that, the excitement, the fact that we're still early, people in China barely even know about Friend.Tech, let alone, different applications and bots that they can use to get ahead. So, this is really fucking exciting stuff, man.
I'm so bullish on Friend.Tech right now, man. That's why I put a lot back in it. I mean, with these keys, because I'm all about the airdrop points too.
You're points farming right now?
Yes, definitely.
Well, that's not a bad strategy. That's not a bad strategy. Perma, do you know Christian 2022? He's a huge whale, massive whale. I think he's based out of China as well. He deposited 1,000 to Friend.Tech today, and I think that was the second time he deposited. He's deposited over 2,000. Some of these crypto guys.
Friend.Tech with the number at the end. Who is that? Any ideas?
What number at the end?
There's a Friend.Tech 78967 with 100 or 200 Ethan sitting there ready to play. He just bought Levi, I think.
No idea. Absolutely no idea. I really couldn't tell you.
I know way too much about this platform.
You've become like a de facto expert, I feel like.
Yeah, like the only person who can provide me with alpha right now is Brandon, and that's sad.
I mean, but look, you're gonna position and that's why I wanted to give you a platform today, and I want to continue to give you a platform, because what you accomplished and what you got done, is interesting, it's unique, it's different, and I think, you have every right to capitalize off of that as much as possible, and I think you should, because Bread Guy was literally just like you. Like, I knew Bread Guy before he blew up. You know what I mean? Like, he was just like you, just starting out, like, a month ago. And since then, he blew his account up. His keys are 0.5 ETH each. I didn't know he revealed in Spaces today he's made over 25 ETH on the platform, not including in the points that he's farmed.
Wow.
So, yeah, he's made over 25 ETH on the platform, and he's farmed a shit ton of points and all of that. So he, but how he did it, so like I would say for you, if you already content creators, bro, I got you. But basically how he did it is he just produced educational content. So he put out guides, he put out videos, he put out resources, he gave people strategies, all for free, just putting it out there. But that's how you have to do it at first to build your name. You just keep putting that stuff out there. So as you keep experimenting with the project or the product, and you get like different results and stuff like that, try to document as much as you can, and then start sharing it out there. People have already started. Big people have already seen your account. You've been on like 2 of the biggest Twitter spaces today alone, right? And I'm here to fight for you. So I'll literally just say, oh, like this guy has a really interesting story. You should talk to him. Oh, this guy really knows what he's talking about with the platform. You should talk to him. And you know, it's interesting. I think you should take advantage of the moment for sure, because you don't always get opportunities like that in a lifetime, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, for me, it's just like that's not anything I really desire, that part. But if it can help this project, then like I said, I'm all in.
Yeah. Well, I think it also helps with your platform on the app, bro. Like,
well,
and then that's your financial incentive. Like, that's the thing. Like, and your mindset is 100% right? Like, it's like, okay, if I do this for the project, it's gonna make the project do better. But then, you know, I always think like, there's projects that ask people to do shit for free all the time. I get asked to do shit for free all the time. And I used to say yes to everything because I'm a fucking moron. But, you know, what you realize is like, you have to have your own incentive. Like, if you have people that are incentivized, you know, just like yourself, you know, then it makes sense. So then there's like a little bit more of an even trade-off where I can be like, hey, Chris, as long as you're, you know, going out there and helping promote FTD, I want to help put you on the biggest stages, the biggest spaces out there. I'm going to advocate for you. I'm going to be like, hey, this guy's really cool. Talk to him, et cetera, et cetera. And then, you know, as you're building your micro account and your micro, you know, impact, you know, you're actually helping the macro at the same time. That game theory projects, NFT projects that first figured out that type of game theory, those are the ones that all did really, really well. Because they figured out a way to reward their holders, and by rewarding their holders, they rewarded the macro ecosystem. Because then those same holders are advocates of the project. So I feel like it should be that type of exchange, you know?
Yeah. I mean, my incentive is the bag, baby.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we're the bro. That's why we're all here today. This isn't charity work. Like, you know, you can't get that wrong. Like, at the end of the day, we're all somewhat financially incentivized. I hate when people are like, oh no, I don't care about money. I don't think, bro, you do. At some point, you do. That might not be your top priority or your only priority, but it is a priority. Otherwise, you can't feed yourself.
All right, brother. I appreciate it. I'm going to step off here.
See you, bro. Ciao, ciao. Oh, shit. If you're wondering what that noise is, I have a French bulldog. He's trying to get my attention right now. Hey, buddy. Oh, yeah. Teddy, are you just waking up or are you having a lot of sleep?
I'm just trying to get to bed.
Shit, man. Oh.
I usually get like 2-3 hours of sleep.
Yo, Firmable, do you have any other questions? Did you get set up? Are you set up here or are you still trying to figure it out? Yeah, what's going on, Ted? Oh shit. This fight is fucking dope. I don't know if you guys are watching the UFC fight, but it's starting out a little slow, but Izzy fights are usually pretty intense after a while. Oh shit. No. No.